Welcome back, everybody. WillNate35 and I'm Rick. We got ourselves a hurricane. A Hawker hurricane.
Yeah. There she goes. That's a good looking thing.
Alright, so we've got ourselves an unboxing here for the Hawker Hurricane. And before we get going, let's look at the specs on this beautiful plane. You've got the removable landing gear, the scale 3-bladed prop, machine guns of course, factory pre-painted pilot, and the steerable tailwheel. For such a small plane, the detail on this plane is just simply amazing. I am just in awe with this plane. And of course here is the stabilizer that it comes with, which is a major bonus. Okay, so let's stop messing around and let's open the box. Now the main wing is taped on here, so we'll have to cut that off so we can get a good look at the scale detail that this plane has. Again, this plane is just simply beautiful, and for me, if I could, I'd buy every single one of these little 750mm planes. Just very impressive how much detail they put into these beautiful warbirds. Looks like I need sharper blades as well for my little X-Acto knife there. Wasn't cutting that plastic as good as I'd like it to. So now we're able to really see this beautiful wing. Be careful now. Let's not get too crazy here. Okay, so now that that is off, just look at it. They did just an amazing job. I'm just kudos to HobbyKing and the team over there for doing such a great job with this plane. You know, there's not really a lot more you can say other than it's just stunning. Especially since it's just a 750mm plane. I mean, honestly, I wasn't expecting anything like this for such a small plane. Typically, small planes just don't put this much effort into it. And my Flightline P-51 Mustang that I flew recently, that's a 850mm plane, and that was a pretty plane. But this plane, gorgeous. Okay, so now let's go to the vertical stab, also known as the rudder. HobbyKing did a great job with the packaging with this plane. Kudos. As far as the rudder is concerned, it's just as nice as the wing. Hinge seems to work really well. Stickers, there's some bubbling here and there, but I think with a little bit of rubbing like I'm doing here, that can kind of make it go away and you know, make it look a lot nicer. Okay, let's move on to the actually, you know what, forget about this box right now. Let's look at the elevator or horizontal stabilizer. I do want to say that I like the Ziploc packaging that HobbyKing's using, because those are reusable. Alright, in this elevator, everything hinges is moving smoothly. Not something you're really going to have to sit there and work on to loosen. But yeah, this looks very nice. Again, great detail. And now for the highlight of all unboxing, the fuselage. Just gotta get this foam off so we can feast our eyes on this beautiful bird. More tape. All right, so here we go. Oh, there you go. Manhandle that foam. All right, so there it is. Now, the props are already on. Again, all stickers are on. I mean, look at that. It's just amazing. I find it hard to believe that they did this much work on this little plane. Just great attention to detail. I like that. I like that. Yeah, the pilot looks good. I mean, everything just looks good. Okay, so far, no complaints from me at all. I know, right? No complaints. Just amazing. Just an amazing looking plane. Now the battery hatch is right here. Two magnets to hold it in. Somewhat tight spaces there. Uses a JST plug, of course. And again, it just snaps right on. The magnets are nice and strong, so that's not going anywhere. I had to really kind of pull on it to really get that thing to come off, so I don't foresee this thing flying off and getting lost. So yeah, so that's the plane, and I think there's enough space here for me to put my receiver down here, but right there in the center is the ORX gyro, and I think for all the things that I've seen on YouTube, it works really well. So can't wait to fly this thing. 20 amp ESC, I believe, is what that is. No label. All right, so that's that. Beautiful, just beautiful. Okay, let's look in this box. All right, so here is the drop tanks. I'm debating if I want to put this on or not. And here are some little knick-knack parts. Antenna, machine guns are in here, and obviously some other spare parts. And last but not least, the landing gear. So now I'm going to put it together, and with the magic of TV, you'll see it in 3, 2, 1. Due to lack of space in the battery compartment, I placed the receiver in here. as opposed to with the battery. It's just not a lot neater this way. And speaking of neat, I like to keep my wires as clean as possible. So I did tape these servo connectors together with electrical tape. And as you can see, I tried to keep most of my wiring as clean as possible. It just takes a little time, but it's easily doable. So once you're happy with your wiring and it's nice and clean, as tight as it can be, it makes it much easier to put the main wing onto the fuselage. Just take your time with it and don't be in a rush. Make sure all your wires are tucked in, nothing's being pinched, and you'll be rewarded with a nice fitting wing and fuselage. You won't see any big gaps. And voila, there you go. Nice, neat, and no gaps. And just for the heck of it, I decided to put on the drop tanks, and they don't look bad. They actually look pretty good. When you put them on, they are very snug. So I don't even think you need to glue them on if you really want to just be able to take them on and off. I'm gonna try that out. I mean, if I lose them, I lose them, but I really don't think it'll come off. Last thing I do want to mention is the CG. Now with the way mine is set up, the battery's all the way to the front. So when you take the battery cover off, you'll see just the end of it, and the battery's all the way to the front, like I said. That could vary. I mean, your setup might be different, so make sure that your CG's right by the book, and you should be good to go. But other than that, that is it. It was a quick, easy build, beautiful plane. If it was just looks alone, this is a 10. But we still need a flyer, so hopefully soon, if the weather cooperates, I'll be able to take this thing out and give her a spin and see how she flies. But until then, I'd like to thank you guys for joining me and watching this video. As always, be good to each other, take care, and this is Rick, and WillNate35 is signing out. Peace! Welcome back. Check out this new plane that I got. No. What's going on, everybody? And as you can tell, it is the Hawker Hurricane. 750 milliamp. 750. Basically. Jeez. Let's do that again. I don't even know if you can see me. As soon as I can, I will definitely bring her up. Yeah.